So before we start solving time and work questions, we need to master three simple concepts. Alright. So the three simple concepts are namely the three-step approach, ManBase Trick and chain rule. Let's start with the three-step approach concept, where we are going to use three simple steps to solve our questions. In step 1, we are basically calculating the total number of units. What does this total number of units mean? Very simple. We are trying to calculate the total work to be done. In step 2, we are finding the number of units completed in a single day. Now if you can relate the step 1 and step 2, just think about it. Total number of units mean total work done. So what is going to be the explanation for number of units completed per day? Very simple. It's the work done in a single day. That's all. And as you can see, the third step is a very simple step. Proceed as per the question. So what does this proceed as per the question mean? As we know, we are going to solve a lot of questions on time and work, and each and every question will be having a different third step. So according to the question, we'll just modify the step number 3. So if you look back into the step 1 and 2, those two are default steps. Alright, let's move on. Let's start the ManBase trick, and it's a very simple common sense idea. So let's see a couple of examples about this. Let's assume that 10 men can complete a piece of work in 100 days. How much time will it take for one man to complete the same piece of work? So normally what we'll think is, so here we have got a 10, here we have got a 100. So initially what we'll think about is, we'll assume that the answer is 10. But just think about it using your common sense. If 10 men take 100 days of time to complete the work, is it possible for one person to complete the work in 10 days? Definitely it's not possible. So how much time will this person take? This one guy has to definitely work for the 100 days, and also he has to put in the efforts of these 10 people. So it's basically 1000 man days. So one guy will complete the whole work in 1000 man days. Let's see this example. 6 men can complete a piece of work in 12 days. How long will it take for one person to complete the same? Very simple. You multiply 6 with 12. The answer is 72 days. Now look into this. 3 men take 7 days of time to complete the work. How long will it take for one person to do the same? Again, pretty much simple. You times them. So one person will take 21 days to finish the job. So this ManBase trick is going to be very useful whenever we have a question where more than 3 members are involved, which means more than 3 men, or let's assume that we have a question where 10 men are involved, 20 men are involved, or 7 men are involved. So in those cases, this trick is going to be very, very helpful for us. And along with this trick, of course, we'll make use of the previous 3-step approach as well. Alright, so let's finally get into the final concept of time and work, the chain rule. And this is purely based on this single equation where M1, M2 represent the number of men, D1, D2 represent the number of days the men are working for, and H1, H2 represents the hours they are working. And W1, W2 is a representation of the quantity of work involved in the process. And in most of the questions, the hours will not be needed. They will be not giving you the data regarding hours. So we can ignore it if it's not needed. Let's finally see a simple question based on this chain rule. If 20 men can complete a piece of work in 10 days, how long will 4 men take to complete the same job? So it's very, very simple and a straightforward substitution. In place of M1, I can put 20 because that's the total number of men involved. And in place of D1, I can use 10 since it's the number of days involved. So 20 times 10,
And since we have not given the details of hours, we can simply ignore it. Divided by, and also in both the cases they are going to complete the same job, so I'll put it as W. That is equivalent to, how long will it take for 4 men to do the same job? So in place of M2 I can put 4 times the number of days is what we are trying to find out, divided by, and again these 4 people are gonna do the same job, so the same W. Now I'll cut off this, I'll cut off this. 1 4s are 4, 5 4s are 20, so 5 10s are 50. So what is the number of days taken by 4 men to complete the same piece of work? It's going to be 50 days. So whenever we have a question similar to this chain rule is going to be very, very useful for us.